Thanks, guys.
No problem.
So this is just a simple interview. We got a few questions and we'll go over some things. So we'll get right into it. So a few questions. So where did you grow up, Adam?
I'm from a really small town called Ridgeway, Wisconsin. It's in the southwestern part of the state, not too far from Madison.
Okay. What sports did you play as a kid?
I've played football, I've played soccer, I've played baseball, I've ran cross country, um, and then basketball, obviously.
Yeah. So how did you fall in love with basketball?
Um, I don't know. I just thought it was always pretty fun to watch and to play. I didn't really have a basketball hoop in my house for a long time, but my neighbors had one, so I would go over there a lot and play and just have a lot of fun putting the ball in the hoop.
Yeah. So what do you like about Grinnell College and Grinnell College basketball? Because I know there's I have the shirt on, the 3/2. It's a big thing here. And so what do you like about GC and GC basketball?
Well, the college is pretty cool. It's fun. The people there are great. Very diverse. There's a lot of different people that go to the college. I like the town a lot as well. It's really similar to the town where I went to school at, which is Dodgeville. There are a lot of similarities there. As far as the basketball program goes, it's the most unique basketball you'll ever watch, let alone play in. It's pretty fun. We score a lot of points and play really fast.
All right, Hobbs, take it away.
Alrighty, so Adam, so this is my second year of like being and like staying and watching the games, and um, like I've done like post game interviews with all the players and stuff. So I have just a couple of questions as well. So my first one is like, what like made you choose to go to Grinnell College? And if you like when you chose it, did you have any other like academic or athletic scholarships given?
Yeah, so I chose Grinnell over a few other schools. I had it in my mind that I wanted to play college basketball. So that was my number one reason for deciding on a school, and then uh, I picked Grinnell because it does have a pretty high academic institution. I mean, it is a pretty high academic institution, and just kind of location too. It wasn't actually. I mean, it's still 3 hours away, which is kind of far compared to a lot of my classmates from Dodgeville, but it wasn't as far as some of the other schools that I looked at. So that played a role too.
Alrighty. Uh, like so with your shooting ability, like you've like been a like really good shooter, like and like last year and this year you really took like a very big jump, I will say, and like what I've seen. So like what did you do to become such like a good shooter in what you like in what how you play? Like it's always like consistent, almost like you're never like having a very bad night.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have your good and not so good nights. Everybody's gonna be that way, but it's just been my favorite part of the game since I've started playing. Scoring points, playing offense is always super fun, um, and it's just there's just no better feeling than putting a shot in from like as far out as I can. So that's kind of what I strive for. When I was younger, sometimes it was frustrating just not having that sort of power to get it to the basket from further away. So I struggled, but just continuing every day to work on it and improve.
Alrighty. So these next few questions kind of tie in, I will say. So what is your goal after you graduate Grinnell College?
Yeah, I'd like to get some sort of internship somewhere, probably related to HR. I'm really into music, so having some sort of career related to music would be pretty awesome.
Um, so there's another question I have, but I want to I want to move past that because of what you said. I talked to Jordan Ryan a lot. Do you ever think you would want to collab with him?
Um, I don't know. I haven't really like made music at all. I like listening to it a lot and following a lot of different artists. I play guitar a little bit, which has been pretty fun. I can't say I've ever really thought about it because I haven't really made music at all. So,
Alrighty. So I'm gonna skip the next question because that kind of ties into both. But so my last and final question is like, what are some hobbies that you like to do? Like at being at Grinnell College, like there's a big experience for you to do almost like anything, and like out like in Grinnell, there's not that much, but like you can travel and all that. So what other hobbies do you have that you like to do?
yeah. Besides music, well, I work at the shoe store in town. Seen Jace there a couple times.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun. I've been into shoes and I guess kind of fashion more so like the past few years, but shoes since probably middle school. I have a ton. Um, so that's kind of been fun, and I'm really into watches as well. I started collecting watches kind of over like the pandemic when we were home. So I think I have about not quite 20 now or something like that, and my collection is kind of growing. So just learning a little bit about that has been pretty fun. As far as like stuff to do at Grinnell, um, yeah, I mostly just go to work and do schoolwork. That's pretty much it. So once the weather gets nicer, I'd like to like I've been to Rock Creek Lake or Park or whatever. That's pretty cool. I like to go back to there and explore that a little bit too. I like being outdoors, so when the weather's nice, of course. So
Alrighty, so that's all my questions, but I do know Kaiser has some of your stats that he would like to go through with you, so we'll send it down to him.
Sup, Adam? I'm Corbin Kaiser. I've been watching the games since last year, and it's been quite an amazing journey. I finally got into streaming earlier this year, so with the guys. So I have your career stats here, and then I have your season highs. So we'll start with your career stats. You played 70 games over your experience at Grinnell with 629 field goal attempts for 391 field goal percentage. Um, then you had a 588 3-point attempts with a 400 3-point percentage, and then with 767 points, and your points per game were 11. So I would say definitely pretty nice. And then your season highs this year all came against EMOS, and then for points 36, field goals made 12, field goal attempts 24, 3-point field goals made 12, and 3-point field goal attempts at 24. So shooting that three very well.
thank you
Thank you, man. That's all I have.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I got
So
I got a few more questions. Like I know that EMOS game where you guys broke the record for taking 111 threes. Uh, what was it like to be a part of that?
Um, different. Uh, we so I've told like lots of other people about this, and it wasn't necessarily like our goal to like break a record. We we knew that like it might happen, but
Yeah.
going into the game, our like primary objective was just to we had been struggling a little bit in the past couple of games, so we were just trying to get like our guys more 3-point shots and just playing like the most basic form of the system that you can, and that's just taking more shots than the other team with most or all of them being 3-point shots. So that was kind of what we did, and then we said we'd assess after the first 10 minutes, see how things are going, and they were going okay, so we kept going. Um, and then in the second half, there was a stretch where things weren't going so well. We almost scrapped it. But then we went on a pretty good run and finished out the game pretty strong. So obviously, nobody's ever done that before. So I don't really have anything to compare it to.
Yeah.
But it was pretty unique and it just a really kind of weird game almost, but it was fun.
So with your career at Grinnell College officially ended, and like you ended with like 767 points. Do you wish you could have like been there to like you were there, but you wish you would have like scored like more and been higher up on that like scoring list?
Well, I'll tell you what I do wish. I wish we would have had a season my sophomore year. That would have changed a lot of things. We
Yeah.
weren't able to play any games that year. I had the option of coming to campus for, I think it was probably like 4.5 weeks or something like that. I declined. I stayed home. So I was really only in Grinnell one time that entire year, and that was just to visit Aiden for a weekend in the spring. So other than that, yeah. So I as far as like the scoring list goes, I just wish we would have had a season my sophomore year. I think it would have been really fun. We would have been pretty good, I think, with only graduating one guy from my freshman year. So I think we would have been a tough team to beat. Something I missed out on. Desperately would have wanted that back.
Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to take a glance at like the NCAA like 3-point thing like for a game, and it's like no one's coming in within like probably like 80, 93s. Okay. Like to pull up 111 or so, pull up that many threes in like 40 minute 40-minute games is absurd. And I tried doing the math. That's a lot of threes per minute.
Yeah.
That's
for
like
sure.
almost like I want to say like 5 or so, 6 or so. So
Yeah, it's a lot. It's not quite 3 per minute. 3 attempts per minute.
So with so I got a couple more. So on like the team, like obviously Coach David does massive rotations. Have like you ever been like felt like you were starting to go on a run and then he just sub and like you just like what were your like what would some of your feelings be like if like you were starting to get on a run and he just sub?
You never really feel like that. You kind of know you're coming out anyways, and with how we play, it's almost like you're just out for like a timeout and then you come back in the game. So I've never really felt like my momentum or my hot streak has gone down because of that, because I go right back in and do the same thing. So I guess it's just developing a mentality that for me, my goal is to just get shots up. Obviously, I'm supposed to make something too, but I trust my shot enough that I really don't care if I'm making it or missing it as long as I get it up. That's just my main goal. So,
CJ's, what do I tell you? Confidence.
Yeah.
For like a solid like 3 weeks, I've been just yelling confidence anytime I shoot.
yeah.
Because and so I ain't got nothing else to say. Jace, you have anything?
No, I don't. Kaiser? No. All right. Thank you so much, Adam. We hope you had an amazing time here at Grinnell. I know we did, having just getting to meet you and You're really a mentor for all of us, and we just love to see you be successful when you're playing. So I hope we stay in touch. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I told you before, but when you came to that game last season, you and a buddy of yours, when you guys showed up in custom-made jerseys, that was one of the
Yeah.
coolest things I've seen in my life. Nobody's ever really done that before. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all you guys coming to the games and supporting the program. I hope you guys continue to do that and stick with it.
Yep.
Will do.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.